Hello, everyone. This video is intended just to give you an overview of the course, particularly the first module, to get you situated with the course. It's intended to be fairly informal, so I just want to kind of show you a few things, just so you know where to click on, things like that. I'm also aware that for many of you, this may be the first time using Blackboard Ultra, which is the newest iteration of Blackboard. I think that you'll pick up on it pretty quickly. So if things look a little bit different right now, I would say don't worry about it. Um, just by watching this video, I think you'll be able to pick up on the differences. I think this version is much easier to use, and so I don't see any issues there. So I want to click on this. This is the first module, which is the welcome module, and it runs from July 7th to July 9th. I should make a note right here um, that this course is an accelerated course. So it runs for only 32 days, uh, and it has the basic same content as a 15-week course. And therefore, we will be moving through these fairly quickly. Every 3 days, we'll essentially have a new module and a new story. And you'll see this explained below. And in fact, before I show you the first module, I just wanted to show you that all of the modules are you can view them already. You won't be able to get the content of the modules yet. As you can see, content isn't available. Those will become available. I think it's 6 days before the due date for each of them. Uh, Essentially, you'll have two modules available at any given time for current work. So if I try see, I can't even click on module 3. You just see that it's there. And it tells you when you can access it. All right, so the first module is going to be slightly different than all the other ones. All the other ones will follow the same basic format because it's a story and it will take you through each of the pieces. But for this one, there's just the welcome to the course. It explains the basic structure, it explains the acceleration, uh, and the pattern for the rest of the modules, and then it tells you what you need to do for this module. So the first thing you'll do is you introduce yourself, you review the course materials. There's nothing to actually submit for that. You'll learn to use Perusal, and this is something that you will submit, or at least you will complete some work that will go through Perusal, which is an external tool that will the grades for that will sync to the Blackboard course. And then the final thing you'll do is you'll read and reflect on our first short story. It's the only one that we're doing out of chronological order, but you'll read and reflect on that. And I provided a link to the audio version that I found particularly helpful. So that's the overview. Look at that closely every week. It will look similar every week, but look at it closely. Then you have the introduce yourself piece. So you go in and you would post a brief bio here. You can type that in. There is a requirement to update a profile to include a picture or embed a photo in the post itself. So either way can work, and you would then just post that. I'm going to close without saving. Okay. Then there's the link to the course syllabus, which you can review. This is a Google Doc. It will take you there. You can review the basic structure and the important information. Then this is a link to Perusal. This is a type of link that you will see often in the course, usually for short stories, but in this case, it's their introductory module. You click on that, and it takes you to Perusal. And you can follow the directions here. So you read through this, and it tells you what you need to do for each of them. So for this one, you just need to kind of follow along, reading through and adding comments where it's asking you to add comments. You do that, you will get a score for this assignment, which will then, once I review, it will automatically sync to Blackboard, and you'll be able to see your scores for that in Blackboard. And then the final piece would be the reflection. And you want to make sure to view instructions. And it's just a pretty short one for this first week. You can either type it in here, or you can compose it elsewhere and upload a Word document or PDF file. And so that's the basic outline for how to complete the first module. And I hope that's helpful for you. And there's just one other thing that I wanted to quickly show you as you do this, because you might be wondering about this 4 of 5. This is it's progress tracking. This is essentially for your own use, for your own purposes, not really for mine. It's not something that I really look at, but it can be helpful to you. And so basically what that is for any assignment, you will get it checked off once you complete that. So it's important to have these things checked off. But like, for instance, the introduction one, let's say you read the introduction, the welcome message, you feel like maybe you don't need to go back to it. You could always go back to it though. You can click here and we'll check it off and say you completed it. I think it allows you to do that. Yes, it does. It allows you to do that for the introduction, even when you actually haven't posted that. So just be careful. Don't check things off unless you've actually completed them, like discussion board posts. But let's say you did, you can check that off. It won't let you check it off unless you've actually viewed it. So if I view the syllabus and then I go back here, I can check that off and say I've done that. I believe it's the same thing with Perusal. You can check it off even if you haven't completed it. Again, this is for your own purposes. Now, the only thing that it won't let you check off until you've actually submitted something is for the actual assignments, the reflection assignments. And so this is, again, to help you keep track of your work for the week. It's for your own purposes. Makes no difference to me whether you check things off or not. I only look at what's submitted. So I look at, did you complete the discussion board post? If you did, you get your points for that, even if you don't check it off. Did you do the perusal assignment? If you did, you get the points for that. So for your own purposes, but it can be helpful to give you a sense of completion for any given week to keep track of those things. So again, I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to working with you this summer semester.